Um, can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Hear me, see me, and can you all see my screen? Can you all see me? Can you hear me? And can you see my screen? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see my screen? Alrighty. Now, welcome all of you to tonight's session. Now, do take note that when I speak versus when you see me or hear me speak, there is a delay of about 15 seconds. So just take note of that. Now, today's session is by special request. However, it doesn't mean that I will not cut down on my answer. I will answer the best that I can just to make sure that you understand. Tonight's session is actually sponsored by Xe. So if you have an account or you don't have a trading account, you can use this link and you get a special promotion where you fund in a 1,000 Sing dollars and you trade 5 lots, okay, 5 lots round term within 2 months, you will get a $200 cashback. That means this is not a trading credit, this is a cashback. So let's just put it this way. In terms of traders, basically, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. I'm an engineer by trade. So in other words, if you trade $1,000 and no, if you open an account and fund in $1,000 and you lose $1,000, let's say you do lose $1,000, drop an email, say I want that $200, and you're done. Basically, you can say that trading is not for me. I'm not interested. You're done. Okay. Basically, do take note that every time you trade, there's always a risk. I cannot guarantee whether you make money. We almost can guarantee that if you do trade, almost guaranteed that you will lose money. Okay, so take note of that. You have to understand the risk of trading. Now, if you have any questions, you can email jiayi.li@xe.com or junwu@xe.com. The emails are right there. I will post this into the Facebook gathering of traders. Today's session, yeah, they also do have stocks, Alex. They also do have US stocks. This is a demo account, so don't have. They got somewhere lah. Okay, because this demo account, so it's not listed. Okay, now Xe trade in all major futures, forex, and commodity, and also crypto. And they are licensed in ASIC, UK, a lot more license. Okay, for more details about Xe, please look for them. I'm not a staff of Xe, but they basically asked me to do a special seminar just for you. Now, the good news is usually promotions are only given to new clients. However, this promotion is also valid for existing client that uses this link to open a trading account previously. So if you already previously opened a trading account using my link, you are also entitled to this promotion. Just meet this requirement. If you got any question, please drop them an email. Okay. This session will last about 2 hours. There will be a break in between. The good news is this session are also recorded. As you can see, I'm a one-person show. Okay. This session are also recorded, and I will, once we finish the session, I will post it into the YouTube. Feel free to share this YouTube with any of your friends. Okay, so feel free to do that. However, if there are questions that requires me to extend the time, hey, Powell is going to speak tonight at 2 o'clock in the morning. But I don't think so. You are going to stay with me until 2 o'clock in the morning. But Powell is going to speak. Do take note that 8 o'clock just now, 10 minutes ago, Bulat is speaking. 8:30, we got news. And then 2 o'clock, Powell is speaking. The last time Powell spoke, Dow Jones went up 1,000 points. And then the next day, it collapsed more than 1,000 points. So after that, US market has been kept on going lower. This is S&P on a daily candle. This was the last time Powell spoke in the FOMC. So now the question everyone's asking, will Powell crash the market again tonight? I doubt lah. Even if the market on a crash maybe tomorrow, but let's see. Mainly because the last time he spoke, market went up. After that, market may not be that good after all. Okay. Now let's start our lesson for today. Today, I'm going to share with you. Give me 35 seconds for me to show you how to use a very sophisticated strategy combining hundreds of indicators that you can use to make profits 100% all the time so that you can make millions of dollars immediately. That's today's session. So my question to you, if you hear this sales talk, you should be very motivated by now. Am I right? That I'm going to learn a strategy that is going to make me 100% profit all the time. So tomorrow, immediately, I open an XC account, put in $1,000, and by end of tomorrow, I'll make $1 million. Isn't it great? So that you don't waste your time, so that immediately I'll be a multi-millionaire, and I have financial freedom for the rest of my life. Aren't you motivated right now? But as a trader, whenever we see or hear this statement, we run. Or we just listen to, it's a comedy, because this doesn't happen. So let me ask you a very simple question. If we equate trading like a casino, I know some people say it's a casino, but it is actually better than a casino. The reason is we see the card, then we decide if we want to play the card. In a casino, we don't see the dealer card, then we have to place a bet. But over in here, we can see the card, then we can decide if we want to play the cards. Okay? But if you ask yourself, a casino, even if you sign up for a very, very super expensive class, do you think you can able to learn a strategy that gives you a 99 to 100% chance of winning? Or let's just put it the other way around. Do you think casino has a 99 or maybe 80% chance of winning you? Do you realize one thing? That usually casino play with odds. And the odds of winning for you can be 50, 60, 70%. And the odds of you winning the casino, I think the best odds you can guess is maybe 50, 51%. But over in here, we are not going to take a 50, 51%. We want to increase the odds maybe to about 55 to about 60%. All right. And generally, if you notice, most of the people that go casino usually lose money. And most of the time, you listen to the friend who are trading in the market, they all lose money. Try not to talk to you. If your girlfriend last week, if your girlfriend's name happened to be Luna, last week, she's not a very good week, isn't it? So all you need to do is find odds that gives you on your side. That perhaps if your odds are 60, 70%, you can give it a chance. Give it a try. But always understand that nothing is 100%. Even if you win the jackpot, the casino can say, oh, machine issue, machine problem. The winnings, we take back. Nothing is 100%. Okay? So today, I'm going to share with you the opposite of this statement. You will not get a strategy in 35 seconds. In fact, the easiest job is for me to share with you this simple strategy, hopefully in less than 2 hours, providing with all the questions that you have. That's the easy part. The hard part is for you to do the homework. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. But let me finish the lesson. At least finish one part first so that you ask the question based on that part. Okay? This strategy is very simple, but it doesn't mean that it is easy, because you do need to spend some time recognizing the signal, finding out when is the best time to use this particular strategy. Okay? It does need a combination of certain indicators, which I'll share with you and share with you why I use that strategy. It will not get you profit 100% of the time, but it can increase your probability more than 50%, 60, 70, maybe. Okay? And you can make millions of rupiah easily, not dollars, unless you're talking about Zimbabwe dollar. I apologize. You may find that my style and the way I speak may be a little bit funny, but let me assure you one thing, that when it comes to making money, I'm dead serious. Okay? So I'm going to share with you this very simple strategy, but it involves you knowing charts a little bit. I'm going to use this platform. This is just an XC demo account. Okay, you can use a demo account. In fact, I'll share with you how to download a demo account software. I'll put into the Facebook group later, that you can open a demo account for you to practice, just in case you are very afraid to use a live account first. Anyway, you have 2 months to fulfill the criteria, right? You don't need to fulfill the criteria tomorrow. You have 2 months, end of June. Okay, so it will be good that you start recognizing the signal, practice with it, and then once you're comfortable, then only you trade with live account. If you do not know how to use MT4, MetaTrader 4, I would suggest that you please go to YouTube, type MetaTrader 4, and learn a few. There's lots of YouTube sharing with you how to use this platform effectively. Okay, now we're gonna use, there are lots of ways to chart. There are line chart, there are bar chart, there are candlestick chart. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a little bit on how to read this Japanese candlestick. In Japanese candlestick, we have two categories. One is what we call a white candle, and one is what we call a black candle. Excuse me. What's the difference? The difference is very simple. White is good if you are longing. That means if you're buying that particular stock or that particular counter, and if the price goes up, it will show you as white candle, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. But if you happen to buy Luna and it goes like that, your face is very black. So black candle tells you the price has dropped for that particular time frame. Now in this case of example, I'm opening up a chart called US 500 is equivalent to S&P, and this happened to be a daily candle. Daily candle means every one of these signifies 1 day. 1 day. So this is today, this is yesterday, this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, last Friday, Thursday, and so on. So every one of these candles signifies 1 trading day. Can you change in a different time frame, a smaller time frame? Yes. We have monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, hourly, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. If I click on 1 minute, it basically means that every one of these candle is 1 minute. So this is 1 minute. Now do take note that I do not, this is my personal opinion, I do not like to trade with 1 minute and 5 minutes. The minimum I will trade is 15 minutes. Okay, let me give you a reason why, and I use an exaggerated version why. I'll use Bitcoin. Why? Bitcoin spread are little bit bigger. How about this? I use one SG free. SG free spread are big. Okay, if let's say if I enter right now and I use this one particular candle right here as my risk reward, that means I use this particular candle. If I stop loss on this particular candle, that means if I entered here and I set my stop loss right there, and let's say my risk reward is 1-to-1. Let's assume that my daily candle, my risk reward is 1-to-1. That means if I'm going to lose $50, I want to try to make $50. Am I clear? You will notice that one thing. Every time I open a chart, sometimes you will notice that there is a red line. There is a gray line and a red line. That difference is what we call spread. That means this is how much the broker charge you every time you buy, and then when you close, that difference is where the broker earns. It's like go to Money Changer, there's buy and sell. If I use 100 Sing dollar to change to US dollars, and immediately I take the US dollar change back to Sing dollars, you notice that I won't get back 100 Sing dollars because that's where the spread. Okay, if I use SG free, and you notice that if I take 1-to-1, it seems like because of that red line, see there's a red line right there, I'm paying about maybe 5% of my risk reward as spread. We put it another way, that means the broker charged me a 5% commission because I make that 1-to-1 profit. Just an estimate. Okay? But if I trade on a smaller time frame, example like 1 minute, if I say that I'm going to trade this particular candle, I will buy right now and I stop loss on that 1 minute candle, and I want to make 1-to-1, isn't it good that, wow, if the price goes up, I make profit because the price went up. I predict correctly, the price went up. But let me erase that line. And let me show you where's the red line. Do you see that red line? That means even if I predict correctly that I made a 1-to-1, but did you notice that that spread is so big, exaggerated version, that even if I make, I have to pay back the broker 200% of what I make. That means I make $10, but the broker charged me a commission of $20, so I still lose $10. Exaggerated version. So which is why I don't trade until too small time frame, because the spread eats up the profit if I take a candle as my risk reward. So usually the minimum I'll trade is 15 minutes. There are certain cases I'll trade down to 5 minutes, but usually as a standard, I trade 15 minutes minimum. So that at least if I make $100, the spread is only about 10%, 15%, it's still worth trading it. Unlike trading 5 minutes and 1 minute. That's one reason. Second reason, 1 minute, the smaller the time frame, the higher the whipsaw. That means there are noise. That means you may get whipsaw out. Even if you're right, but the market kick you out, force you to cut loss before going the actual direction. So the smaller the time frame, the noisier it gets. The bigger the time frame, the signal gets more and more consistent. So the next question some of you will ask is, wow, if the bigger the time frame, the signal gets more and more consistent, fine. I don't want to trade the smaller time frame. I'll trade the most consistent signal, which is the monthly candle. By the time you wait for the monthly candle to hit your entry price, by the time you wait for it to hit your profit target, your hands may get very white already because you get very frustrated waiting for it. Okay, so usually the max I'll stop trading is at daily candle. I'll still view weekly or monthly, but I don't trade the weekly or monthly, but I trade the daily candle. Okay, that's the candlestick time frame. Next, we have white candle, we have black candle. So when we have white candle, black candle, this is the opening price. The body low is the opening price. The body high for a white candle, this is the closing price. That means it closed for that particular time frame. This is the highest price for that particular time frame. This is the lowest price of that particular time frame. For a black candle, this will be the opening price. High of the body will be opening price. The low of the body will be closing price. That's why open high, close low, black. Black face, black. High of the candle, low of that candle. Okay? Now, there are certain candles that looks like this. That looks like this. Where it looks like, this. It looks like a cross. This is where the open and the close happen to be the same place, where the body becomes so small that it becomes a dashed line, open and close. This will be the low, this will be the high. That's simple. Okay? So, for the last 3 minutes, S&P has been going down. Black, black, black. But if I take a look on the 15-minute chart, oh, it's somewhat not that bad after all. Right? Because this is the latest 15-minute chart. Alright? On a daily candle, still white. What? Today is still a white day. What? So what's so worried? So the question now a lot of you will be asking is, what time frame should I be trading? I highly recommend that you start off with daily candle. Okay, because daily candle has the least noise, where it has the least whipsaw. But you have to practice on a smaller time frame so you get to understand the trade signal. So the moment the signal happens on the daily candle, you are done. You are straight away used to the trade signal. Okay, so today the strategy that I'm going to share with you works on daily candle and also works on the smaller time frame. It does work on 1 minute and 5 minute, but like I mentioned, I avoid trading 1 minute and 5 minute. After some time, you will also notice you don't even bother trading the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Minimum 15 minutes. Okay, so today, first of all, I'm going to share with you the agenda for today. Understand what is Oreo strategy setup. Now, some of you may have seen this word Oreo. Yeah, it's copyright by Nestle, but it just happened that because Oreo, black, white, black. So my graduates suggested that I use this word. Okay, so this is a different copyright word. But you may have seen this in your Telegram, especially today. Okay, where you notice that right here, Euro Yen daily bullish Oreo, US dollar index. No, that's RSIM. Where is it? Where? Right there. The Aussie cat bullish Oreo. Okay, RSIM is another strategy, so don't worry about that. Hang Seng bullish Oreo. So these are the things that basically alerts you that, hey, you might want to take a look. Dollar Sing bearish Oreo. Okay, so that's what Oreo means. So I'm going to share with you how to recognize the signal, how to use it together with indicators to find oversold, overbought, and how to use it together with indicators to find trend trading strategy, how to combine so that you can trade smaller time frame. That means you're busy working throughout the day. In the evening, you want to spend some time trading the smaller time frame. So you want to a little bit of money before you go to sleep. Okay, so that's the agenda that we'll be covering for today. So in Oreo setup, we got two different type of Oreo setup. We have bullish Oreo. We have bearish Oreo. Okay, bullish Oreo and bearish Oreo. The formula for bullish Oreo is BWW. Black, white, white. Don't worry, we'll come to that. The formula for bearish Oreo is white, black, black. Okay, so what does this mean? We start off with daily candle. This is bullish Oreo, black, white, white. Black, white, white. So when you see a black, white, white, it's basically telling you there is an opportunity for you to look out for signal to enter on a long position, because there is a high probability that the market wants to go higher. Black, white, white. Market goes higher. Black, white, white. Market unfortunately only goes up to 2 candles before it starts to drop. Okay. Black, white, white. Don't worry, you notice that I'm picking the signal. Yes, I am picking the signal so that you understand first. Then we incorporate other trade signals. Black, white, white. Black, white, white. That's it. It's that simple? Yeah, it is that simple. But I haven't shown you where is the entry price, where is the stop loss, and where you take your profit. We'll come to that stage. Right now, just recognize that this is black, white, white. For bearish, white, black, black. But Jonathan, what about this? There's white, black, white. So what does it mean? My question to you, white, black, white, is it the same as black, white, white, or is it the same as white, black, black? No. So no means no. Okay? If you are married, you understand this situation. Wife, you notice that when the husband sit in a corner looking just like that, and you ask your husband, dear, what are you thinking? The husband will say, nothing. I think most probably, guys, we can agree that the husband is thinking nothing, isn't it? But when the husband sees the wife sitting in a corner, dear, what are you thinking about? And she says nothing. And if you think that nothing means nothing, you are in deep trouble. Okay? So sometime in trading, when there's nothing, it means nothing. Don't make something out of nothing. Nothing means nothing. So if white, black, white is not black, white, white, or white, black, black, nothing. Nothing means nothing. Nothing means what? That means nothing. That means long or short? Nothing. So should I long or short? Nothing. Nothing means what? Nothing. So what do I do? Wait for something. Wait for what? White, black, black, got something. Then wait for black, white, black, nothing. White, black, white, nothing. White, black, white, nothing. Black, white, white, something. White, black, black, something. But then black, 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 how? Good lah, if you short already good, huh? If white, 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 how? If you long already good, ma? Okay, so very simple. Don't make something out of nothing. What if, exaggerated, what if it's this? The doji. What if it's this? The doji. Because I saw this doji. So is doji black or is doji white? Doji is nothing. No, not black, not white. So is it black, white, white, or white, black, black? Nothing. Doji is not white. Doji is not black. So it's nothing. Nothing means nothing. Don't make something out of nothing. Okay? Unless you want to compare it with opening price, closing price, maybe the body is very small. So if the body is very small, my question, then is it white or black? That answers your question already. Okay? So, first criteria, recognizing that this is white, this is black, this is white, this is white. Okay? So the first thing is recognizing that signal. I'm going to be picky so that you understand that signal first. Entry price. This is the black, white, white. Entry price to long is on that 1, 2, 3. Black, white, white, 1, 2, 3. It must happen on the very next candle when it goes higher than the third candle. When it goes higher than the third candle, that's your entry price. I will mark it as blue. Okay? The very next candle. But what if the next day didn't hit the price? Then no more, nothing. No more already. So it must hit on the very next candle when it goes higher than the third candle. That's the entry price. Too long. Stop loss. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Let me change the color. Stop loss, you have to ask yourself, I got black, white, white. The white and the white, number 2 and number 3 candle, which one is the smallest? Find which one is the smallest. That will be your stop loss 1. So in this case, the second candle is the smallest. The high to the low of this second candle will be your stop loss. In here, I'm just estimation. You can use a calculator or you can use this to calculate. This is about 43.50. So this one is also about 43.50. So about that. That will be your first stop loss. Okay, I'm talking about this 3 candle, black, white, white. That will be your first stop loss. Your first stop loss is ask yourself, the second candle and the third candle, which one is the smallest? That will be your stop loss. What's the second stop loss? Second stop loss is the lowest of these 3 candles. That's your second stop loss. Now, your question to you right now is, Fawad, I'll answer the moving average question in a short while. The question you should be asking is why there are 2 stop loss. Okay, one of them is this stop loss at least reduce your risk. If it's going to go down, at least your stop loss will not be that big. So you pick the smallest of this white and white, the second and the third candle. But yes, when you pick a smaller stop loss, you may have a higher possibility of whipsaw. That means it may trick you out, then go up the direction that it wants. Unfortunately, that's the risk that you have to take. But if you want a stop loss that at least minimize the whipsaw, then that will be stop loss 2. The lowest of these 3 candles, that will be your stop loss 2. In other words, your stop loss 2 is die must get out stop loss. That means don't care already, get out. But what if it goes higher? Never mind, get out. You can always come back later. So stop loss 1 is to minimize your risk. Then stop loss 2 is your die. Just get out. Don't think about it, just get out. Okay? No, it's still taking one position. This is Stop loss means get out. It's still that, depending on which stop loss that you want. Okay. Now, because this is the risk that you are taking, this would be your profit 1. This will be your profit 2. This will be your profit 3. So every time it hits a profit 1, 2, or 3, you have to make an executive decision. You have to ask yourself 3 questions. Do I want to take all? That means close all position. Do I want to close only half position? Or do I want to close none? That means I want to hold on so that I get maximum profit. All 3 decisions are correct. It just depends on what's your risk. What's your risk tolerance that you're willing to accept. If I take all at TP1 and it comes down, I'm happy because I got all profit. But if it goes up, I got no more. I have to look for another opportunity. If I take half, when it comes down, I still locked in half. At least I set my half, the other half at break even. I will not lose money anymore. If it continues to go higher, hey, I still got half positioned. I still can stay on. If I decide to take none, that means I leave all my position open at full position. If the price comes down, I lose all my profit. But at least I don't lose money. But if the price goes up even further, I got my full position, maximum profit. So it depends on how much risk appetite that you are willing to take. If you are at the beginning a little bit afraid, then I would suggest you try take half. Half and half. Take half, then you decide. Set a break even and see how far can the market go. When I say opening position, it doesn't mean that you're open buy position twice. Perhaps if you trade like 5 contracts, you can take 1 contract, 1 contract, 1 contract, or maybe you can take close 2 contracts, you leave 3 contracts to run, or you take 3 contracts, close 3 contracts, and leave 2 contracts to run. It depends on how you want to manage your position. All right? Similar thing for, let me find one. I know I'm going to manipulate the chart so I can give you a good example, easier example to see. Alrighty. Can't use that, can't use that. I'm trying to see somewhere closer that I don't have to erase the I'm finding a perfect one. Like this. White, black, black. This one. I'm gonna zoom in closer. Might as well. Okay, where is it? Where is it? This one right there. Okay, let's find this. White, black, black. Unfortunately, there's a gap. Okay, this happened to a weekend gap. This strategy works for stocks, forex, commodities, crypto. Same thing. If you use it in Tesla, it works. But there is a gap. Take note. Okay, that gap will kill your profit. So ideally, the entry price to short will be right here. Stop loss is find out these 2 black, which one is smaller. It happened to be, looks like this one is the smallest. So that will be my stop loss. The third candle happened to be the smallest candle. That will be my stop loss 1. Die, my stop loss will be the highest of this white, black, black. And this is TP1. TP2 and TP3. Okay. Does MT4 allow me to take, let's say, 0.5 lot, sell parts of it? Yes, you can. It depends on what contract that you are taking. Because there are certain contract, for example, in XC, cash contract minimum contract size is 1. You cannot go smaller than 1. Futures, you can go as small as 0.01. So if you take the smallest contract, 0.01, you cannot halve. Okay? So it depends on what contract you are taking. Fawad says, yes, there are whipsaw. They may drive the price lower than the previous candle. How many times do you expect this? Okay. Let's just put it this way. If you want to avoid whipsaw as much as possible, the word is as much as possible, it never guarantee, you trade bigger time frame. Okay, you have to trade the bigger time frame. You cannot trade too small of a time frame, because if you trade too small of a time frame, the worst whipsaw you are going to get. Okay, Qigong, does it apply to all time frame? Yes, but I'm going to use the example on daily time frame first so that you understand. Okay. I'm not going to teach fundamental because I don't trade on fundamental. I'm trading purely based on chart. So this is just a setup first. So any questions so far about white, black, black, and black, white, white? We are just at the beginning part. We haven't incorporated trade signals yet. Okay. Example, if let's say I want to trade, this is a cash contract. So minimum is 1. You notice the minimum is 1. I cannot go smaller than 0.01. I cannot even go 0.5 because the minimum is 1. If I enter long position, this is a demo account. Always practice with a demo account. Buy. You will notice that I cannot do a partial close because the minimum contract size is 1. If I close, I have to close 1. That's the minimum. But if I open a position with a contract size of 5, and let's say I long 5, I got 5 contract. Move my mouse to the terminal, which is Control T, Control Thailand, double click. Out of 5, I want to close 1. Don't click the buy or sell because this means opening another new position. If you want to do a partial close or close how many? I want to close 1. I got 5. I want to close 1. Click the close. Now I left 4. Double click. Out of 4, if I click 4 here, I close. I got 4. I close 4. That means close all. Or I got 4. I want to close 1. I left 3. I got 3. I want to close 2. I left 1. I got 1. I want to close 1. No more. Okay? No more. All right? So this is a very simple strategy just for the first part so that you recognize that this is the setup. Look for a candle that is black, white, white, or look for a candle that is white, black, black. The entry price, take note, must always happen on the very next candle. What do I mean? A very good example right here. I got a black, white, white. On my last 3 candles, black, white, white. Yes, that's the setup. Okay, that's the setup. So that's my wrist. No, my wrist looks like this one is the smaller candle. Just estimation. So right here, right here, right here. Okay, done. I plan this trade and put a pending order that tomorrow when price goes higher, I will enter positions. tomorrow didn't go higher. So that means no more. This trade gone. It must happen on the very next candle. Am I clear? Now, forward, you're asking reason why I use MT4, not MT5. Because MT4 or MT5 does not depend on you. You cannot say, I want to use MT5 because I want to use MT5. No, it depends on the broker whether their backend server is MT4 or MT5. So the broker will tell you, use MT4 or use MT5, not for you to decide. So XC currently is using MT4, MetaTrader 4. So you cannot say that, well, MetaTrader 5 is a newer version. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay? So take notes. The broker will tell you. Alrighty? Now, next. Use it together with indicators. Yes, Aaron, you are asking, can I use this black, white, white, and white, black, black together with Bollinger Band? Yes, you can. Bollinger Band standard 2 deviations, where if the price goes outside, it will be great if the price goes outside the Bollinger Band. That means they are extreme. That means the price has gone to the extreme. There is a possible reversal. That means price goes outside Bollinger 2 or Bollinger 3, has gone to the extreme, like this, black, white, white, longer profits. Yes, it can incorporate. Okay, it can be incorporated. Now, what if the next bar meet target but close low? Glenn Lee, I'm not understand what you mean. The next bar meet target, that means hit your take profit. So the moment it hits take profit 1, you're supposed to make a decision, take all, take half, take none. But then your second part, but close low. But when it hit meet target, you wouldn't know that it's going to close low. It's only after, then only you close low, right? So when it hit TP1, TP2, TP3, make 3 executive decision, take all, take half, take none. So when you take all, take half, take none, then it come down. If you take all, you have no worries. But then worst case, you set break even or you use a trailing stop. That means the moment you hit TP2, shift your break even to TP1. If you hit TP3, shift your break even to TP2, and so on. TP1 to TP2. Okay? But today, I'm going to share with you a very simple strategy. Some of you mean black, white, white. You enter third white, but it closed lower. It closed lower on the third bar. So you got stop loss, isn't it? The stop loss is always there to protect you because you wouldn't know when it will go lower. If you know, do let me know. I also want to know when you enter, you know the price is going to go up or down. I'm also interested. Okay, never mind. Now I'm going to use a very simple indicator called stochastic. I know some of you were hurt, so I will not talk too long about stochastic. If you're not sure what is stochastic, YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Entry price must be higher than entry price must be higher than the high. Highest price, not the body, but the high. Must clear the price. Okay? Can enter lower. I wouldn't know if the price can go lower. We wouldn't know. So we only set the entry price. If it goes to the entry price, enter. But what if it hit entry price, go down? If you know, I also want to know that you can predict the future. We can't. We are always playing with probability. Okay? So I'm going to use 2 different types of stochastic. One is stochastic 533. One is stochastic 1433. So there are 2 types of stochastic. There are borderlines between 2080. 2080. Both are the same. Okay? So what's the difference? Okay? Faith, I'll answer about sideways. Okay? I will answer about sideways. Okay, when to avoid trading Oreo. Now, so what is the 2080? So I'm talking about this green line. It's just a standard stochastic where it is stochastic 533 and 1433. It's a standard indicator that's available in every platform. You want to use your broker platform, the information that you learn today can also apply to your normal broker platform. It need not be MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 or any broker. Okay, now it's a standard stochastic 533 and 1433. That's the setup. I'm looking at that green line right here, that green line right there. Now 20, if the green line is below 20, that means the price is cheap. If the green line is above 80, that means this price is expensive. Technical term, cheap means oversold. Expensive means overbought. Now, let's make it English. English means if it's cheap, it's not worth shorting it because it's quite cheap. It's better to look for where I can buy because it's cheap, right? If it's expensive, it's not worth buying because it's expensive. But it is worth looking if I can short it because it's expensive. Does that make sense? So when I use both stochastic 533 and 1433, when both are expensive, this is really expensive. That means it is worth shorting it. Okay? When both are cheap, unfortunately, this one is cheap, both are cheap, but there is no black, white, white. So when both are cheap, it is worth longing it. Both are cheap, but it didn't hit entry price. Then no more. No more means no more. So what do I do then? Wait until when both are cheap or when both are expensive. I'm looking for when both are very cheap. Right here. Both are cheap. Yeah, this one is a doji. So look, that's one here. Right here. When both are cheap. Okay. If the third candle goes lower, but doesn't hit stop, no, the fourth candle, because the third candle is still your black, white, white. Fourth candle goes lower, doesn't hit stop loss. Yeah, if it doesn't hit stop loss, why should you be worried? Right? It doesn't hit stop loss. You are still in the game. Okay, simple. So if it doesn't hit stop loss, why should I stop loss? Right? Okay. So does the concept of cheap or expensive sounds easy? That means I wait until the price both are cheap. I wait until the price when both are expensive. Then I look out for possible signal to short or to long. All right, so far? All right, so far. Any question? Okay. I know you got a few more questions that you like to ask. I do understand. But we still, now is only part 2. We go part 3. How to combine to make it even more precise. But before that, let's have a 5-minute break. Okay. You got set this template for Pegasus Trader. Yeah, it's always there. Pegasus Trader is always there. Okay. Aaron, if you're Pegasus Trader, do watch out for the recordings. You need to rewatch all the recordings. Okay, let's have a 5-minute break. We'll be back at 9:05. Okay, we'll be back at 9:05. 1433 and 533. Okay. I'll pause the recording. Okay. Now let's recap. Before the break, we learned about black, white, 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 black, black. So this strategy will be very useful when both stochastic 533 and stochastic 1433 both are cheap at the same time or both are expensive at the same time. So that means if stochastic 1433 and 533 says both are cheap, I look out for black, white, white because I'm looking for signal to buy because it's cheap. When both stochastic 533 and 1433 are expensive, that means above 80, I'll be looking for white, black, black because it is expensive and it's good to short. Okay. Now, it sounds very simple, but there is a flaw with this particular strategy. Any one of you can guess there's one major flaw with this particular strategy on a daily candle? Any idea where's the flaw? If I draw the vertical line only when both are cheap, did you now notice there is a flaw? Not only we have to wait 3 days on a daily candle for this to set up, black, white, white, 3 candles. But when both are cheap, I'm drawing the vertical line only for those that are cheap. Doesn't mean that the moment both are cheap, I was going to have black, white, white. Because if I don't have black, white, white, I wait until it's cheap, I don't have black, white, white, I have no opportunity to enter based upon this strategy. Then I have to wait until both are expensive. Then I have to wait until white, black, black. But it doesn't. Oh, I will have to wait again. Oh, I have to wait again. Oh, I have to wait again. And did you notice that every time a trader who are very anxious to trade, but now are forced to wait. Do you know what will happen? The trader will just forget it lah, or just blindly buy lah, or blindly short. Do you notice that's where the terminal disease comes, called the itchy finger? Because I waited for almost 2 months before it's cheap again. Oh, you mean for 2 months cannot trade because there's no signal? Unfortunately, that's the flaw. Okay, so if we know that there is a flaw with this, what can we do? Right? So why don't I ask another question? I rephrase the question another way. We all know that anytime this green line below 20 is cheap. Anytime this green line is above 80 is expensive. So we all know that. We all know that. But the unknown part is what happens in between 20, 80. Right? So we know 0 to 20 is cheap. 80 to 100 is expensive. We all know that, what to do. But the big part is what happens in between 20 and 80. Right? There's a big chunk right there. 20 to 80 is a big chunk. So let me ask you a simple question. Do you notice the green line in between, when it goes up in between 2080 and pointing up? And both the 1433 and 533 both are pointing up. That means the green line moving up. Can you make a guess what is the price doing? Just a rough idea. If this green line moving up, make a guess, what do you think the price is doing? If both 1433 and 533 are moving up, what do you think right? So that means the price usually are going up. And the price between 80 and 20, the green line both are coming down. That means there's high probability the price is coming down. Right? But what if 533 coming down, but what if 1433 coming down but 533 going up? Don't have law. Don't have means don't have lah. So you want both 1433 and 533 moving the same direction. Okay? And when it is moving the same direction and it has the black white, it is not cheap, but it is moving the same direction. Does that tell you the market wants to go in a certain direction? But it's not cheap. You see here, it is not cheap. It is not cheap, but it is going that same direction. Not here, one more candle, right there. See, the green line, both are pointing up. So does that tell you that there's high probability that it wants to go up, even though it is not cheap at that time? Does that make sense? So you have what we call a reversal. That means you reverse from the price when it is cheap or reverse from the price when it's expensive. Or you can also trade with the trend. That means if the small time frame indicator and the bigger time frame indicator tells you that it is moving up, okay, I look for black, white because I want to follow the market to go up. Okay, and if there is a white, black, and it just so happened that if the white, black are both pointing down, why not? You can take a chance. Am I right? Because it goes together with the flow. You're not fighting. When you're buying on cheap and expensive, you're fighting that it wants to reverse direction. But this strategy now, you're going with the flow. If the flow wants to go down, you follow down. If the flow wants to go up, you follow up. Okay. Better is stochastic closer to 20, not 80. No, it depends on if you're longing or shorting. Okay. Below 20 is good, it's cheap, so it's good to long. Above 80 is look out for shorts. Does that make sense? Alrighty. Make sense, right? Got questions? Do ask. Okay. If I missed out your questions, please repeat that question just in case, because I'm only looking at the last few lines of your questions. All right. Let's go back to, no questions. Let's go back to the original one. But it's already closer to 80 than 20 for long. Yeah. So you don't pick the one that is so close to 80 already, because you got, let's just put it this way, you have so many counters that you can look at. You got Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, Russell, Nikkei, Hang Seng, China A50, London, Germany, France, Euro, Netherlands, dollar yen, euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar CAD, dollar Swiss, crosses, euro yen. You got oil, gold, you got crypto. You have a lot. So if this one don't have, look for another one. Okay? It's that simple. Alrighty? Now, we go advanced. Okay, we go a little bit advanced. Let me find a chart. Okay, let me find a chart. There is a white, black, black. I find a recent chart so it's easier to see. Okay, white, black, black, and it's on hindsight. Jonathan, why you show me everything that is on hindsight? Yeah, that's because I can only show you things that are on hindsight so that you learn first. Or else, how can you understand? Then we go live chart. Okay, then we go live chart. Now, white, black, black. So we know where is our entry price to shorts. We know our stop loss. And on this day, we know that the price goes down. Okay, on hindsight, we already know. All right. Now, my question to you, if you see this chart, if you see this chart on the daily candle, what is your probability that tomorrow will go up or down? If you see this, what is your probability that you think tomorrow will go up or down? Do you now roughly can guess that, hey, if I hit this entry price, oops, if I hit this entry price, I make it blue so you understand that there's entry price, and that's my red, which is my stop loss. So if the next candle drop below blue, that means there's a very high probability the next day this particular counter will be black. Right? No, if it goes lower. If, of course, if it goes higher, you won't hit your entry price anyway. But because this is white, black, black, if it goes lower, there's a high probability this candle will be black. Do we have that agreement? Because this is a white, black, black. I know some will say, but this is a hammer. Yes, only if it goes up. I'm saying if it goes down. Okay, do we have that agreement? Yes. So if we have the agreement that the moment price goes lower than this blue line, there's high probability the next day it will be a black day. Agree so far? So if you know that tomorrow there's high probability will be a black day, what if tomorrow on this day happen to be the 9th of May, I want to trade the smaller time frame on 9th of May. On the 9th of May, this is the daily candle black. On the 9th of May, where's my line? My line disappeared. Okay, 9th of May, that means the moment price goes lower, would I prefer to look for long on a 15-minute, 30-minute hourly, or would I prefer to look for short on a 15-minute, 30-minute hourly? No, forget, we remove stochastic. I'm trying to share with you how you can incorporate daily time frame so that you can trade the smaller time frame. So what I'm saying is on the 9th of May, okay, on the 9th of May, let's say I open up the 15-minute chart. Okay, I have black, white, white. Am I interested? No. Why? Because on daily candle tells me it's going to go down. So if daily candle tells me it's going to go down, I'm not interested in black, white, white. I'll be more interested in white, black, black, especially when it goes lower than my entry price. Anytime I see any white, black, black, 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 anytime I see any white, black, black. Do you understand what I'm trying to share? That means I use the daily candle to give me an idea whether today high probability will be white or today high probability will be black. Then I trade the smaller time frame. Why? Because I have time. Right? Maybe in the evening, I'm not working, I got time to trade. I only look out for that particular direction. Does that make sense? Okay. Let me give you an example. Pound dollar. Pound dollar. This is on the 16th of May. This is 16th of May. This is 13th of May, and this is 12th of May. We have a white, black, white, white. On a daily candle, we have a black, white, white. This is yesterday. So my question to you, if I see that this is black, white, white, what do you think the next day will do? Do you think the next day will go up or go down? Because this is a black, white, white. You guess already. It is a bullish Oreo. So I guess that today, because this is yesterday, today is 17. This is 16. So I guess that today, pound dollar daily candle should be white if it goes higher than yesterday's high. Does that make sense? That means there's high probability that pound dollar, if it goes higher than yesterday's high, today pound dollar should be white. So if I'm trading on a daily candle, because I'm working, fine. I will set my order to long. I will set my stop loss. Maybe I set my TP and then cannot look at the market. And when I see this, oh, I make money. Oh, then you decide if you want to take profit and you're done. Basically, because you're trading daily candle, you got nothing else that you need to do. Does that make sense? Now, what if yesterday, because I saw that this is a black, white, white, and today I think that there's high probability pound dollar will be white, and I want to trade the smaller time frame, either the 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, or 4-hour. You decide. Let's take a look at 15-minute. This is my entry price. This is the high of this black, white, white. So that this is the black, white, white. So the moment it goes higher than this blue line, that means my daily candle already hit entry price. That means it is going white. It is going white. It is going white. So since it is going to go white, then I look for all the black, white, white. Got any more black, white, white? Black, white, white. Black, white, white. Ayah, never hit entry price. Black, white, white. Black, white, white. Black, white, white. Does that make sense? So you incorporate what you see on the daily candle, then you trade on the smaller time frame with the directions that you think it wants to go. Because on the daily candle, it already tells you that high probability today is going to be white. So I look out for all the black, white, white. I ignore all the white, black, black. Because I'm not looking for the market to go down. I'm looking for the market to go up. Okay, the first one right here. Yeah, this hit stop loss. Yes. Okay. Now, is there a way we can avoid this stop loss? We also want to avoid this stop loss. Technically, we only want to trade what time? 10 o'clock. After 10 o'clock server time, preferably. So my question to you, never mind, I'll explain why after 10 o'clock for pound dollar. Any idea why we want to avoid trading all of this? Let me ask you a simple question. This is pound dollar, okay? And this server time, like right now is 9:26. Server time right now is 16:15. So let me ask you a simple question. Right now, pound dollar, what is UK people doing right now at 9:30 p.m. Singapore time? What is UK people doing right now? Are they still in the office working? Yeah. What is US dollar people, Americans doing right now? They are just getting into the office. So that means these two currency pair are active, moving, right? But did you notice that this happens at 4:30 a.m.? 4:30 a.m. is 9 o'clock in the morning Singapore time. If this is 9 o'clock in the morning Singapore time, that means in London will be at about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and American will be at about 9 o'clock at night. They are definitely not in office unless they're trading the Asia markets, but this is pound dollar. Do you notice that? So it's best to trade after 3 p.m. Singapore time for pound dollar, euro dollar, because that's when they're awake. The both pairs are awake. So if you want to trade in the morning, what to do? If I want to trade in the morning, what should I do? Okay, if we know expect next day is white, what's the point going intraday? No, because some of Jubing, because sometimes some people want to scalp the smaller time frame because they got time to be in front of a computer. But if you're working, then you cannot. Okay, like right now, I know today is white, then I want to see whether I can get in some position. Okay, so if I want to trade Singapore morning at 9 o'clock, for example, what currency should I look at? Major currency. You can trade across also, but what major currency should I be looking? What major currency should I be looking? At 9 o'clock Singapore time in the morning. No, but so far there's no currency strength. There is no currency strength. My question, if I want to trade Singapore 9 o'clock, Aussie, yen, okay, let's take a look at dollar yen. Dollar yen, do we have anything? Don't look at today. Look at the last 3 candles except today. Do we have anything? Black, white, black. Nothing. Nothing means nothing. Okay. Let's take a look at Aussie dollar. Don't look at today. But we got black, white, white. So that means high probability today is white. So if today is white, and if I want to trade the smaller time frame, that means the moment it goes higher than yesterday high, I look for all the black, white, white, black, white, white, black, white, white. You right? Look at New Zealand dollar. Oh, we got black, white, white. Oh, tells me today high probability white. Oh, so even if I enter daily candle, it's still profit. If I enter on a smaller time frame, I still got look, no need to guess. If the chart looks like that, definitely it's profitable one if you're longing. Right? New Zealand yen. You were saying New Zealand yen. Let's take a look. Oh, sorry, sounds, never mind. And it's supported by 200. You notice if you've been watching my YouTube, I always have this 200 simple moving average, which is a red line, and 200 exponential moving average, which is the orange line, and it's at support. It hits a 200 day acting as a support, and it got a black, white, white. And it is cheap. What else do you want? You notice all the thing comes together that basically tells you today high probability white candle. So all you need to do is go in 1 gazillion contract, and right now you can run for US president. Don't do that. Doesn't that all match together where all the wind blows together? It is cheap on both 1433, 533. It has a black, white, white, and it's also being supported by 200 EMA and 200 SMA. And all you need to do, set a pending order. Done. Okay? Not if you're looking at VIX, but this is currency. So you cannot mix them much. Okay? But if you're talking about VIX, VIX loves Oreo only on daily candle. VIX loves Oreo only on daily candle, not on a smaller time frame. Alrighty. If VIX going to go up, that means what? The indices going to come down. So my question is there a white, black, black? If there are white, black, black, is it too cheap to short already? If it's not cheap, it's not too cheap, then it's worth trying. Okay? S&P, let's take a look. Daily candle. Unfortunately, there's no black, white, white. So no black, white, white. Nada. Nothing. Nothing. Then look for other counter got something lah. Right? Why must S&P how? S&P nothing means nothing lah. Don't look at nothing to look at. Right? Okay. Now, a tip. Germany DAX loves Oreo in all time frame. 50 minute, when I say all time frame means 50 minute, 30 minute, hourly. Don't look at M1, M5. Okay, we don't look at M1 and 5. Usually, Germany DAX loves to follow Oreo. If it triggers, there's high probability it is a profitable trade. Even on a 50-minute, but it has to be after 3 p.m. Why? Because Germany is sleeping in the morning, Singapore time, right? You don't want to trade Germany when no one is trading Germany. So usually after 3 p.m., Oreo, it is a profitable strategy. We have a black, white, white profit. We got a black, white, white profit. We have a black, white, white profit. It's just how much profit, but it's still profit. Black, white, white. Some profit. Yeah. Even the white, black, black, they are tiny profit. It's just how much only, but there's about 1-to-1 on a 50-minute chart. Wait. Cannot long now. Now. As in now. You see now. I do a practice. We practice now. Now as in now. Now as in now. Now. Why? Because it's black, white, white. But let's check. We jump ahead because I just happened to see it. We jump ahead. Let's take a look at stochastic. Is it both are expensive? No. Only one is expensive, one is not expensive. Okay, fine. That means maybe can. Both are pointing up. Okay, that means it's good to long, not good to short. Okay? We just got a black, white, white. Because the moment it goes higher than this high, we long. We just miss by a little bit. Okay? So where's my stop loss? My stop loss will be the smallest of these two candles. It just so happened that the smallest of these two candles is here. Maybe hit, maybe haven't hit. But just now when we entered, it actually came down first. So we entered here. So this will be my stop loss. If it hit my stop loss, done. Nothing to say. Now let's see whether can it go higher. That's it. Okay. Now I know there's a certain question, but Jonathan, did you saw that the second candle is higher than the third candle? Yeah, my entry price is always based on the third candle. Only the stop loss is based on the smallest of the second and the third candle. So it doesn't matter if the second candle is higher than the third candle. Okay. I do not know. This is happening now. Got profit. Got profit. No profit. Cut loss. Done. Okay, Euro pound just now got a Oreo. $50-minute chart when both are cheap. There is a Oreo when both are cheap. Okay. Where's my TP1? Here. Just a rough eyeball estimation. TP2. Just a rough eyeball estimation. TP3. Would you use a buy stop, sell stop, let the price hit? Yes, if there is time to set a buy stop, sell stop. Let's say market close today. I have my buy stops set a price. Yes, provided that is a daily candle. Okay, you cannot set. What I'm trying to say is like here, I got black, white, black, black. Market close. Then you set a pending order. Yeah, problem is the moment market close on a 15-minute chart, you saw as the US closing, there's a white, black, black, and you set a pending order. No, it doesn't work that way. The reason is this is a 15-minute chart. When it trigger here at 5 o'clock in the morning, US already go and drink beer because they finish work already. Europe already sleeping already. Asia, we haven't even wake up. So no, only on daily candle, yes. So still dangling there? Okay lah, let it wait. Already set entry price, already set stop loss, and already know where's my TP1, TP2, TP3. Let's see. this live chart, I do not know whether it will go up or down. So I have no idea. Okay, I can only know where's my stop loss. I do not know whether it will go up or it will go down. All right. Is the Oreo strategy suitable for options? Yes, but you cannot use the options chart. Example, this is the hottest counter right now. So don't learn from Warren Buffett, learn from Elon Musk. Okay, now this is 17. This is today. Now market open already. How come I got white, black? How come Tesla don't want to go down? How come Tesla don't want to go down? Why? Why Tesla don't want to go down? Because this is white, black. Right? Tesla should go down. Why Tesla is not going down yet? Why Tesla is not going down yet? By the way, if you are trading stock, it can only be applied on daily candle. Stocks is only on daily candle. If you do not know the answer, it's a very simple answer. It hasn't hit the entry price to short. So you cannot short. No, because a very simple answer, it hasn't hit the low of this candle. So Tesla is not going down. Okay. Yeah. So the entry price to short is only when it go lower than yesterday's low. Okay. Now, what am I saying? Very simple. I know that this is white, black. No need to turn on stochastic. There's high probability Tesla is expensive. So the moment if it goes lower than this, there's a high probability that perhaps Tesla is going to go down. Then you may want to look for sell. You may want to buy put on Tesla stocks based on daily candle, only on daily candle. Okay, Wen Long, if you short early, you also die early. Okay, so which option to choose? That's not my specialty. I don't trade options. I only look at charts. Alrighty. So only stocks can only look at daily candle. You cannot look at smaller time frame. Only for stocks. So remember that. Okay. Now, we all know so far when Oreo is useful. But not every strategy can be used at all time. Always remember that. So you must know when not to use Oreo. Can you make a guess when Oreo cannot be used? When Oreo, like see here, Tesla, white, black. Since you know this white, black, buy call. I just do not know how you calculate a target price based on previous resistance and so on. Okay. So Oreo cannot be used when the market is sideways. Remember that. When market is sideways, Oreo is useless because you want to go up, come down. You want to come down, then go up. You want to go up, then come down. Come down and go up. So Oreo is not useful when there is sideways. In other words, when there is no trend. So now the question is, no trend. How do we know there is a no trend? It's always on a hindsight that we know that there is no trend. Yes. So we must find a scientific way to tell me there is no trend. What is the scientific way of telling me when there is no trend? Use average directional index, ADX indicator. If you're not sure what is ADX, just YouTube. All these are very common indicators that I use. I'm not smart enough to develop indicators. I just use the common indicators. So what do I mean? If on a daily candle, hold on, got profit already. How much? $76, $80. It's just so simple. You can, unfortunately, MACD do not tell you whether it's uptrend, downtrend, or sideways. It doesn't. It will know it's uptrend, you know it's downtrend. It doesn't know when it's sideways until things has happened. So a better way to find out if this is a sideways is use average directional movement index. 14. Okay. When ADX green line is below 25, that means it's a sideways market. Based on daily candle. Based on daily candle. So look at here. Sideways, right? Now it is sideways. But bull is coming. So yeah. Okay. ADX is best used on the bigger time frame. If you are trading the 15-minute, then you use the hourly ADX. Okay. Already? Oh, seems like I'm on time. Today, one of the hottest index everyone knows is Hang Seng. Look at Hang Seng today. How bullish is that? But was there a clue? Black, white, white. And it goes higher than yesterday's high. You set a pending order, put in 1 million contract. You can run for and become Xi Jinping assistant. Disclaimer, whatever I share is my personal opinion. If you like to trade, please do your own diligence. So since you know today there's high probability it's going to be a white candle, look out for all the black, white, white. Look out for all the black, white, white. By the way, how come just now the Germany DAX pound dollar, I said must trade after 3 p.m. But here I look at all the morning. How come? Just now I look at all the afternoon, but here I look at all the morning. Because this is Hang Seng. Hang Seng trades in our morning. Right now, even if I have a black, white, white, why should I trade Hang Seng right now? Because I got Dow, I got S&P, I got Nasdaq, I got France, I got Germany, I got London, I got Russell. Why do I want to trade Hang Seng right now? Even though right now got black, white, white. Does that make sense? But the whole morning, there's a lot of trade opportunities this morning. Alrighty. Germany DAX is coming down, losing slight money right now. I'm looking to see if there's any opportunity for tomorrow, granted that the day is still young. Just checking to see. Yeah, don't have. US dollar move already. The US dollar. What about natural gas? For tomorrow. Why? Because this candle is still moving. So as of tomorrow, we got white, black, black, natural gas. Disclaimer. However, let's check to see if it's expensive to buy. Still maybe okay. It's only one expensive, the other one not yet. Maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look. For your case study, not for you to enter position. For your case study, natural gas. Forex don't have. I don't see any for tomorrow. Let's try coffee. Coffee got tomorrow, but it already went up a lot already for tomorrow. So monitor coffee. Copper is today. Copper is today. Soya bean already run. Soya bean already went up a lot. Unfortunately, gold, silver is, we do not know yet, because this is a small black. Maybe by later part after Powell's peak, maybe turn white. Yes, then it will be a black, white, white for tomorrow. Right now, no. Okay. Do remember Powell can change the chart. Silver is today, so it's not for tomorrow. Okay. Yen, no, yen has already, no, nothing. Unless Powell's peak, then this one can turn black. Then maybe. So as of right now, no. So the best time to do this is actually tomorrow morning when the chart is done. It will be the best time to analyze the market. It will be tomorrow. Right? We just missed the gold 50-minute actually. Gold 50-minute was a white, black, black. Germany DAX about to cut loss. S&P or Dow is happening right now. White, black, black. Yeah, Germany is cutting loss. So, done. Okay. But you notice that I don't have a clear, good daily directional. So it will be better if I got a clear, good daily directional and then I trade a smaller time frame. So I'm picky. Let's see whether I got anything right now. It's all in the 4-hour. I got nothing. It's all the 4-hour signals. Okay. If gold hits black, white, white on daily and there are resistance, how do you play it? First of all, you have to ask yourself if that resistance coincide with expensive, then it's not worth. If the resistance, but it is not expensive, then there is a chance. It is a sideway. It is a sideway. 50-minute, usually I look at the daily. Daily is not sideway, but 15-minute is a sideway. Okay. But channel, you see, it's a channel, likelihood it will not break. But then if it's a channel, it can break also, right? So it can work both ways. But let's just put it this way. You know that my uncle is going to speak at 2 o'clock, which is at about 3 hours from now. Technically 3 hours from now, but remember there's lunchtime. So my question is, if you are looking to put in, you are a big boy, you're looking to put in like 1 million, 2 million, you want to put in before he speaks? I doubt, right? So you rather wait, am I right? If the big boys rather wait and see what happens after Powell speaks, then why should we be urgent trying to get in? So that we get in earlier before the big boys. So we make more money than Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan combined. Dream on. Dream on. Okay? No, stocks only daily candle. Oreo can only use in stocks daily candle. Very simple. Okay? Why? Okay, I'll show you why. We pick this stock. If you're in Singapore, you heard of this stock called DBS, right? DBS is a very strong bank in Singapore. Agree or not? Okay lah. We exaggerate a little bit. We trade 5-minute chart in DBS, and you see what happens. One thing for sure, if you trade 15-minute chart, 1 minute, 5 minute, or 15-minute chart in any stocks in Singapore, just an example, your broker at end of the year will give you one very big hamper. Thank you very much for for helping me to generate my trading bonus. If you want to trade 15-minute chart in stocks, you might as well look at Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Google. But you don't trade the actual stock itself, you might as well do options so that you leverage. Not Malaysia stocks, not PBB, where's my PBB? Where's my yeah, MBB lah. Hey. I'm trying to look for a Maybank, public bank. It doesn't move. It doesn't move. So if it doesn't move, why are you trying to tear your hair out when things doesn't move? Okay, so no. Crypto. Can be used. Okay, white, black, 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 white, white. It can be used, and it's best used to incorporate daily to give you a smaller time frame directional. But for crypto, you also PB bank. But for crypto, you have to understand. Yeah, this one. Crypto, you understand that your risk. Okay. Now try trading 15-minute chart with these stocks. You will love it. You will die. Apologize for the analogy. Your broker will love you so much for generating, for feeding his family. Apologize if any brokers are here. Okay. Try this then. La luna. Currently trading at a lot lah, Okay, Carter is recorded. I will broadcast it into the YouTube that you can watch the entire recording session. Okay, it's not fair to repeat the whole thing over again, so it's good it's all recorded. Okay, if you got questions after this session, you can also every one of you feel free to post in the Facebook gathering of traders or just ask question. Feel free to ask question. Okay. La luna. Died it. Alrighty. Now, a reminder. XC has a promotion not only for new clients but also for existing clients that using my link previously or new account. Just click on this link. Their license, I'm using their broker. They are licensed in UK, Australia, a lot of countries, but they are not MES licensed. I have to make that clear. So do take note of that. If you have any questions, you can email them directly because I'm not a staff, so I cannot answer any legal question based on XC because I'm not a staff. They just asked me to, hey, can you do a seminar and sort of like tell everyone that there's a promotion. Okay, you have 2 months to to fulfill the requirements. Rest in peace. Yeah, I saw that. So what? Lost $176. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you lose $176 trading stocks? That means cut loss in stocks when you have lost $176. I doubt. Because if you lose $176, you won't be cutting loss in stocks. By the time you cut loss in stock, it's several hundred to several $1,000s. Am I right? Because your stop loss plus the number of shares that you're holding. So right now you're losing $176. Maybe do you want to jump down the building? I doubt. So it's a loss that a lot of people can take it. Okay. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Apologies for jumping around. Dow Jones right now. S&P also can. White, black, black. Why? Because we got 1 more minute before, 5 seconds before the market close on a 15-minute chart. White, black, black. Done. White, black, black. I will short when it goes lower. I will cut loss. This seems to be smallest. I will cut loss about here. And our TP1, TP2, TP1 may be about there. Done. Okay. Right now I got alert telling me that pound cap 30-minute has a white, black, black. Place a short. Place a stop loss. This one seems to be the smallest candle. TP1. Done. So this can be pending order, and then but the market now goes up. So if the market now goes up, should I worry? You haven't short, why you worry? I haven't triggered a short. Using TradingView, stochastic asset shows 2 lines. The %K in blue and the %D in orange is the blue one. It's the blue line. Okay, you want the line, not the signal line, the main line. No. These are all freak money, all demo account. I've nothing to hide from you guys. These are just demo account. How much money you want? Then you right mouse click, open account, demo account, next, new demo account, next. Now I can give you 1 million, 5 million if you want to. Okay. I'll put a link into the Facebook so that you can download this MT4, and I will put a link to the YouTube where you can create your own demo account for you to practice, and then for you to use MT4 before actually trading the real account. Yes, blue line. Okay, blue line. So right now US market go up, so you haven't short, right? Never hit your entry price to short. So what is there to worry? Here, haven't triggered your entry price to short. So what's the worry? Sometimes I use EMA, SMA as earlier profit target before actual profit target. The reason is the 200 simple and 200 exponential is a support or resistance. So if I know that that resistance is a strong resistance, then I may partial profit at that 200, or I just say enough, I'm happy, I'm done. Because all these lines can be a resistance, but it can also break. Like here, broke through. Okay, so in all my chart, in all my time frame, I will always have the 200 EMA, 200 SMA. You see my YouTube, always have 200 EMA, 200 SMA, because this 200 acts as a very strong support or a very strong resistance. Example, Nasdaq. Why did we go up recently? See, we rebound, right? Because we are very close to this 200. Is it Nasdaq or is it S&P? Let me check. I forgot, one of them is very close to the 200. No. Or Russell. Maybe Russell. See too many chart, I forgot already. Russell weekly at 200. So there is a chance we can rebound right now. Monthly don't have, daily don't have, weekly. Isn't that a beautiful candle? So learn how to appreciate charts. Good news about appreciate chart is the more you learn, it helps you to make money. So give me 35 seconds for me to show you how to use a very sophisticated strategy combining hundreds of indicators that you can use to make profit 100% all the time, so they can make millions of dollars immediately and be financially free for the rest of your life. Alrighty. So any questions? Any other questions? If there are no other questions, we can call it a day. I don't know why my Facebook Live is not moving. I'm assuming you guys are watching this. Fawad, unfortunately, I'm not holding any lesson at this moment. Unfortunately, the last lesson was actually in January, I think. January, yeah, about January, February, yeah, about there. So I'm not the one that my real job is trading. My secondary job is actually supporting the existing graduates. And this afternoon we had a Zoom session from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And we basically go crazy this afternoon. We have been trading pound dollar. You all know why pound dollar? Because of daily black, white, white. And we were trading the intraday black, white, white. So we were taking trades right here. We were doing that this afternoon. So once a week, we actually do watch the market. And usually right now, we are watching the market. But so unfortunately, no, I'm not planning to. The previous few times, people that get access to the recordings, they are still confused, because nothing beats learning in process. So unfortunately, no. Ziyan, unfortunately, I don't do copy trade, but it's something that is coming soon. Okay, it's something is coming soon. Do I share trade signals? There is trade signals in the Telegram gathering of traders, but that's only for Hammer and Shooting Star. Okay, not for Oreo. Pegasus and Knights, they do have Oreo. Okay, Copper hourly at 10 o'clock. Huh? Copper hourly 10 o'clock. Copper. There's one at 10 o'clock. Okay, so basically when alert comes, set pending order, set a stop loss, done. So these are for previous grads. The only problem is, even if you have access to all these trade signals, you wouldn't understand because you do have no idea. So it needs a process to learn. Like one of the process is like what you attend today. Okay, I'm not trying to do sales. There is no class. There is no class. So even if you ask for recordings, previous batch, previous few of them, they don't understand. So it's no. Not yet. You just have to wait when I announce next session. Unfortunately, it will not be for the next few months. Okay. When long you know the answer is coming soon. Okay, EA is coming soon. But not now. Okay, let's talk about the market. S&P. You know that, haven't triggered, you know that Powell is going to speak at 2 o'clock. And right now, it's less than 3 hours because I still got 1 hour lunch before Powell speaks. So no way the market will be going extremely bullish or extremely bearish before Powell speaks, right? Unless you happen to be his wife or his son or his daughter, then unfortunately you'll be a violation of security exchange because you are trading based on insider information. So unless you are his secretary, or you manage to hack his phone, you don't. I tried calling him, but he's not picking up right now because he's having breakfast together with a few of his people. So he said he left a message, says he'll get back to me, but I doubt he will get back to me by 2 o'clock. So unless you have insider information, no one is going to be very bullish or very bearish before Powell speaks. So if that's the case, what to do? Wait until 2 o'clock. But I need to sleep. Then wait until tomorrow, lor. Alrighty? They also got what the Plunge Protection Team, PPT. Let's just put it this way lah. A very simple psychology. The last time I opened my mouth, the market dropped like crazy. Do you think I want to open my mouth again to say something wrong so that the market will drop like crazy? Well, maybe because I confirm I got 4-year job already, right? It's a job, 4-year job security. But who knows? Okay, who knows? Powell just confirm. Yeah, maybe he want to crash the entire market. Who knows? Alrighty. Okay, if there are no other questions, we call it a day. Do remember there's XC promotions. I will put up a link so you can download a demo account if you want to practice first. Do take note that this promotion is not only for new clients, but also for existing clients. And the promotion will end in June 30th. Any question, please email them. Alrighty. So if you got questions after watching this, feel free to post in Facebook Gathering of Traders. I'll do my best to answer all your questions. Alrighty? Thank you.